Yo, we told y'all, man, it's about to be a banger of a show today on this Friday, man. The boy turned in the building. Your boy Ruck here with you. Man, listen, today we got Tennessee offensive lineman. The boy probably got the dopest tattoos I've seen in my life. You hear what I'm talking about? The boy Parker Ball joining us today. I tried to tell y'all, man, we cooking. We got more in store, but today we get to learn more about Parker, man. Why Tennessee? Why? How in the world did you get out of Georgia? How did that happen? We're gonna talk about the childhood, the come up, everything, man. So you already know what it is. It's your boys from straight up Tennessee. It is a good old Friday. It's time to get it, man. Let's lock in, let's tap in, let's get it.
From 40, on the way, a knuckleball. He got it!
Yes, sir. What's good, everybody? Welcome to Straight Up Tennessee today. If you're rocking with us today on YouTube, man, y'all know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification. And by now, you watching this, let's go ahead and join the channel, man. Membership's wide open. Y'all go ahead and click something, join the channel. You're going to be getting a lot of little updates and stuff from us coming up soon. We're going to have different emoji stickers, man. We're going to have merch every quarter. Different levels of membership require different levels of things that we'll give you. So, man, go ahead and get ready for all of that. But then also, if you're listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, you already know what to do, man. Go ahead and hit that thing, rate it 5 stars. Let everybody know why they need to be tuned into Straight Up Tennessee, baby. Turn, what's up, Brody? What's happening?
What's up, Brody?
What's up, Brody? You know, man. Listen, bro, I don't know what's been happening on the channel the last couple of days, last week.
Kind of cooking a little bit.
I don't know what happened, but we released one video after taking a week off, and I think we need to take weeks off every week, every month at least. But, man, like I told y'all, as y'all can obviously as well see from the title, man, we got Tennessee offensive lineman Parker Ball joining us today, man. It's going to be a banger of a show. Like I said, y'all know how we do the player series videos, man. We start off just welcoming, man, getting all the details, man, how you get here, all of the details. Y'all know the conversation just flows. But then at the end, man, we talk straight ball, like favorite Tennessee memories, man. We're going to dive into a little bit more of the collegiate side of what Parker's been able to be a part of here at Tennessee. And then, man, we're going to finish up. You already know we got to finish with gas or trash. Very interested to see. It was funny doing it with Ollie, funny doing it with Tank. I'm very interested to see Parker because he's been here about as long as Tank. So it's like they probably got some of the similar answers when it comes to some of these. So, but, man, without further ado, we're going to bring him on, man. Park, what's up, bro?
What's up, y'all? Y'all good?
Man. Yeah. Vibing, bro, man. Thank you again so much, man, for popping on and tapping in with us today, man, on our show. Big honor, man, to host you and have you on today.
Appreciate y'all having me, man.
Oh yeah. Well, bro, listen. All right. So the first question we always ask everybody when they hop on the show is this: what was your welcome to college football, welcome to the SEC moment? You step on campus, this could have been in practice, this could have been like first game action. Like, what was that moment for you?
Right. I guess I'd say the first practice, like first padded practice, because like I'm coming out there and you know how it goes, like in fall camp. Like I'm a young buck, I'm running with the 3s, the 4s, like so we're going up against the 1 defense, and I'm playing center, and I go down there, and it's like Aubrey Solomon, Matt Butler, Darrell Taylor, DeAndre Johnson, Batuli, and Henry To'oTo'o, and I'm like, man, like those are men, bro. Like, I go through and I'm like, all right, I have like a good little block. I'm at the second level, and I'm like, bro, it don't get any easier. These are grown men. Like I'm 18 years old. They're 22, 23. Like Batuli, y'all know Batuli, that's a big man. Like,
No, bro, listen.
yeah,
I forget how big he was, bro. Like, and I remember like one time seeing him off campus in a regular t-shirt, and I was like,
right,
I
yeah.
had to like wipe my eye, bro. I
And
was
I
like,
was
this
like,
dude is strong, bro.
I played center, but like I also like messed around to tackle, like just my first year, like whatever. So I'm like, all right, like this ain't too bad, like they're in 4 down, blah blah. Man, I'm out there with Daryl Taylor. He gave me the meanest top swipe. I'm like, oh yeah, nah, nah,
Man, these dudes in the league, bro. Like Daryl Taylor's still in the league, getting his
putting on, putting on.
crazy, man. So that's crazy. Yeah, man, you forget. I guess like, and this just happens like as fans, like we're not in it all the time, but it's like over the years, just like we all like as fans, we're thinking about man, class of 24. Like, dang, look at all
Right.
this. You forget how like, dude, we may have had some down years, but we had talent, bro.
Bro,
We talk about
Like
it all the time. Like some of the offenses we had, like just talent wise, like
crazy.
you look at those guys like Jawan putting out in the league, Palmer putting out in the league, Marquez putting out in the league, Ty Chandler, Eric Gray, like those are guys like dogs.
Literally, bro.
Yeah.
Like you just forget.
bro,
Yeah.
And it,
I completely forgot about Batuli, bro. He was huge.
bro,
Yeah, he was
no.
he was like when I say like there's certain people that when they hit you, it's like different. When Batuli came downhill and hit you, it was like different, bro.
Yeah.
It was different.
Yeah. Man, bro.
Batuli was 6'3", 252.
Yeah,
That's
like
that's a big
and like bro,
big
like
dude.
And
the
was
best
fast,
dude,
bro.
man. And like the best dude, like on the football field, a dog, like you get off the field, like he's talking life, he's talking finances, he's talking, whatever you want to talk about, man. Just like a
Yeah.
true down to earth human. So I got a lot of respect for 35 for sure.
That's dope, man. That's dope. So, man, let's dive on in, man. Like Douglasville, Georgia.
Yes, sir.
Like from Douglasville to Knoxville, like how'd you get to Tennessee? Like I know you walked on, what was
Right.
that, 2018?
19, yeah.
19. So talk a little bit about the journey out of high school getting to Knoxville.
Right. So it really started. My dad's from Maryville, right? So not too far. And my mom's from like Johnson City. So
Oh
I
yeah.
grew up a Tennessee fan. Like I was a season ticket holder my whole life. Like I've been going to games my whole life.
Okay.
But I never really thought it was gonna be football. Like I always thought it was gonna be baseball.
Yeah.
And I was like, I was kind of small, like up until probably my senior year of high school. So it was like super late for me. Like I didn't start playing football till 8th grade. Right. I was a baseball player. I played year round. I was playing with teams out of Miami, out of Massachusetts. Like every weekend I was going to Arizona, Florida, Cali, like playing baseball.
Yeah.
And then like I got big going into my senior year and I was like, man, like I can play a little bit. Like, and I was first team all region, first team all state in football my senior year. And I was like, man. And so when, Tennessee was like, hey, like, like it's late in the process for sure. But like we'd love to have you, you know what I'm saying? And I did a good job. Like I prioritized academics. So I set myself up for the fact that if I wanted to walk on and play football, I was set up where, I really wasn't hurting. Just academically, I made a 34 on my ACT. So,
Ask Turner what he made.
Man, hey, don't ask me what I made. You double me. Dog. I made a.
But yeah, so I mean, it was a and as that year went on, like a lot of places were like, hey, like we'd love to have you too. But Tennessee was home, man.
Yeah.
And so it was only right. It was only right.
So when you said like a lot of places, like what was top 3? Like obviously Tennessee calls. Like it's like if Tennessee called me coming out, I'm like, it's no brainer. Like I ain't gotta look nowhere else.
Yeah,
but like if you had a top 3 or top 5 at that point, like who was it?
Right. I went. So I took an official to Georgia. I went to Michigan. And then Tennessee. I would say those were my 3.
Yeah.
That I was really like kind of locked. Once I decided I wanted to play football, and like it was super like late where I knew the circumstances, like I knew what I was getting myself into. But I also like I believed in myself. I knew that I was good enough. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And like I understood that like man, a lot of these kids have been 6'3", 6'4" since they were freshmen. Like that wasn't me. Like I wasn't getting no burn like freshman, sophomore year in football for real. Like I was a
Yeah.
baseball player that like played football. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then so I bet on myself, man, but it paid off for me. So I think I'm in a good spot.
That's facts. So like, okay, look, even going back, like baseball, I'm sure you was getting crazy looks for baseball,
Yeah, man.
traveling. You could
Baseball
have
was my
you could have
thing.
went wherever you wanted to, probably.
Yeah, I enjoyed baseball, man. It was a lot of fun. Like it's fun for the fact that when people see me, right, and I tell them like, "Hey, I play baseball." Like I came up here, like I talked to Coach Patello. Like I was gonna play baseball in Tennessee. Um, like they're like, "Oh man, like what did you catch? You know, like did you play first?" Like I was like, "Oh no, like I'm a left-handed pitcher." Like they're like, "Oh man," I'm like, "Yeah, like I could throw, like I could sling it a little bit, man." Like
I was different.
Yeah.
right. So I mean, it was always funny to see like in travel ball, you know, they're like, "Oh man, I bet that kid swings it." Boy, I didn't pick up a bat in travel ball my last 4 years. Not one time.
Real
They gave me the rock and I went out there and did my thing.
man.
Dang.
So what made you pick football over baseball?
Well, like really I wanted to do both, right?
Mhm.
Um and then I got there and of course like football season's first. So I was grinding, going with that, and then it just kind of stuck. I don't know, like playing football at Tennessee is like it's
I can't.
crazy. You
I
know what I'm
can't.
saying? And
Yeah.
like I put myself where I was like, I could go, you know, try to play baseball, right? And I probably could, like, I could hold my ground. But then I missed spring football. So it's like either way, I'm missing either fall baseball, which puts you a step behind, or you're missing
Mhm.
spring football, which puts you a step behind. And I had already played a year of
Mhm.
football, so I was like, man, why not? Like
Yeah.
I'd stick with football and like I still like got a lot of love for those guys over there. Like
Yeah.
every time I see Vitello, I talk to him. Like me and Coach Elander, like we talk probably on a monthly basis at least once. He'll like bring recruits to the facility, you know, like just showing the baseball recruits. He's like, man, so when you gonna come throw for us? Like this is like it's been 4 years. You gonna come throw for us or what?
Yeah.
Um, but no, it's a good time, and I love like a lot of those guys that I came in with. Like my freshman year was like Jordan Beck, Drew Gilbert, um, like those guys were like I thought I was still gonna play baseball. So like in the summer, I'm kicking it with those guys. Like I'm going to the facility, I'm throwing live BP, like we're hitting
Yeah.
late at night. So yeah, a lot of love for those guys, man. Happy to see them doing their thing. So
Literally. That's what's up, man. So, gosh, when you get to Tennessee and Coach Pruitt is still there,
right,
I mean, talk about just how do you in what was happening? Obviously, Coach Pruitt gets fired, and Coach Heupel comes in.
right.
Like, what's going through your mind in the middle of this transition after the 3-7 year? I know everybody's pissed off. Like,
Right.
man, I don't even know. And then they're like, oh, then we bringing this dude in. Like,
Right.
what? How are you feeling? Did you ever think about transitioning away, or was it like, man, Rocky? Like, this is. I know I got to be at Tennessee.
Um, kind of. Yeah, I love Tennessee. That's what made it like so hard to even think about. Was like, regardless of what was going on, like the people, like having my family here for one. Like I'm 20 minutes down the road from my grandparents. Like getting able to see them,
Yeah.
and just like the friendships that I already created with like guys on the team. Like, and for me, like for a lot of guys, like the NFL is their thing. Like they're trying to grind and like, cool. Like I love football to death, but like I also know, like, let's be real, guys. Like, I'm not trying to play in the NFL for real. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's like, do I go play football somewhere else and like, get a better chance to play? And there were some coaches that I was getting recruited by that eventually got head coaching jobs. Who, man, I won't speak on no names, but one of
Yeah.
them is like my guy. Like, love that dude to death. He's at a SEC school right now, um, and I would love to play for him. And then another thing was like, man, do I want to go play baseball somewhere? Like,
Yeah.
I just want to give up. Like, but I think I made the right decision. The first time I met Hypo in person, I knew that I made the right decision.
Yeah.
And like people are like, like whatever. Like, there's just something about like a good person. Like our first conversation, like we didn't speak about football, not one time.
Right.
And then Coach Ellerby, right, our O line coach, he's from Carrollton, Georgia, which is like 20 minutes down the road. So it's super cool, just to like chop it up with him. Like he went to Central Carrollton, which is, not too far. Like I actually almost transferred to Carrollton my senior year. So
Wow.
it's cool to talk about him. But there was thought, but I made the right decision for sure.
Man, kind of building off that, man. Like you decide to stay. Heupel comes in. You say first conversation with Heupel, you're like, man, I made the right choice. How different is the Tennessee football program right now under Josh Heupel?
Man, unbelievable. Like nobody like no unless you're in there every day, like nobody will understand the full scope of like how this program has changed. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
And it's not even that like the old staff were bad people. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of love for those guys too. Like they took a chance on me. You know what I'm saying? They let me be here. So like I appreciate that. I'm forever grateful for that. But just the fact that, it's for one, it's bigger than football. Like football is important. Like, don't get me wrong. We're gonna grind, we're gonna work, like we're gonna go get it. But like I've gotten calls just, hey, like, how's your family? You know what I'm saying? And like before, if a coach calls you, I'm like, oh gosh, like, but I do, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it was different. I answered the phone. I'm like, man, just want to chop it up with you. Feel like we haven't like had a chance to talk recently. So just knowing that like there's love there. Like, their houses are always open. I have dinner with Coach Ellerby's wife once every few months, like without Coach Ellerby, just me, her, and their son. Because she just wants to talk to us about life, like about our relationships, about our family, about our future. And I think that's important. So,
Bro, that's rare, bro.
man,
That's rare, bro.
Right.
Like we can feel it as just fans. Obviously, we do the show. Like we can feel the shift. And we can feel like it feels like family, but I bet you like it's nothing like actually being a part of family.
Right.
There's a
And then,
difference.
like,
It
it
feeling
makes
like
you want to play for those guys. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like when you know that somebody loves you as a person and like they're willing to do whatever to like for you to succeed, whether it be in football or not. On Saturday, it's easy to go out there and be like, man, I'm gonna bust my tail for this dude on the sideline. Like, no matter what, at the end of the day, I want him to see that like I put in. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like that was Shannon Sharp. Like when you lay your head on the pillow and I just
Yeah.
I gave you everything I had. Like
yeah. That's facts, man. Well, man, look. Go ahead, Trent.
I noticed that up at the football camp up at Gibbs, man. Y'all just tight. I mean, y'all just boys.
Yeah. Like, man, we like the one thing I'll say, the O-line room, like no matter who the coaching staff, like we've always been cool. Cause like you gotta be, you know what I'm saying? But like since hype, like it's everybody. Like I'll hang out with DBs, of course the QBs, like running backs, D line, like Amari. You saw me and Big O, like man, bestest of friends, man. Like during the week, like we go against each other, man. Like like it's whatever. But like I know if I call him at 3 a.m. and I need to drive 4 hours, he's like, I'm coming to pick you up. Like let's go.
Yeah. Man, that's so dope. That's what you beg for. And it's funny, man, that you say that because I'm real good friends with TK. And when he was at Tennessee, bro, I can remember how like we go to dinner and it'd be like him, Brian Randolph, and like Cam Sutton. And I'm like, okay, like, yeah, we chopping it up. And he'd be like, bro, like, yeah, I don't really hang with like receivers and like I'm cool with them. Like, but it's like, what? Like you think about high school, it's like, man, you cool with everybody.
Yeah.
And I guess like, how like, you get to that next level and it is like, yeah, like when y'all get into position meetings and like groups, like, man, it's easy to get siloed, I guess, into your position. And so he was like, yeah, bro, like I don't even talk to the O linemen. I don't even know half of them names. I'm like, that's just weird.
Now,
bro.
One thing hype does is like, but yeah, Coach Ellerby does, and our position group is like when they first got here, he would pick 3 random players off the roster and then pick a player in our room, and we'd have to tell them who it was. Like that's first and last name, like what position they play.
Oh man.
So yeah, man, and like when we used to have like an O-line section of our locker room.
Yeah.
Like on the old staff, like all the O linemen were in that section. the first thing Hypo did when he got here was just like randomize it. Like, there's no you're gonna like I'm across from a DB, a kicker, a wide receiver, a long snapper, a tight end. Like, there's probably not more than 3 people per position in one section of locker room. Like, you're gonna know everybody.
Yeah, that's so dope, bro. Man, like we told y'all though, man, we got the boy Parker Ball on the show with us today, man. We're gonna take a quick break, but before we take this break, listen, we are featured right now in the top 30 podcast in Tennessee on FeedSpot blog. What this means for us is, man, y'all continue to listen, y'all continue to stream, y'all continue to download the episodes on Apple and Spotify, YouTube. You already know, man. Keep liking, keep commenting, keep subbing to the channel, keep joining the channel. Man, I'm telling y'all right now, the only way we're going to continue to grow is by y'all, man. Thank y'all so much for what y'all doing, and how y'all continue to support the Straight Up Tennessee podcast. So, man, yeah, we're going to take a quick little break, and we'll be right back to finish up with Parker Ball. Yo, told y'all, man, the break wouldn't be that long. We back, man. The boy Ruck in the building got the boy Parker Ball with us, man. And now y'all already know these player series shows, we get to now chop it up on straight football, straight memories, all of the things. And I normally I don't even ask this question, but me and Turn talk about this. I mean, we probably talk about this at least once every other week. And I probably, you already know where I'm probably going with this. So, okay. There's 2 games that was probably the craziest environments I've been in the last 2 years of Tennessee football. Both of them, obviously, home games. To you, which was more hostile? 2022 Bama or that 21 Ole Miss game? Bro, talk to me, bro. Talk to me.
Oh man, that's a good one because all right, 2022 Bama, okay.
Yes,
and I'll tell you why. All right, one, it was at like last year, we didn't think anybody could beat us. Like, no matter who was like, we were like, we don't care. Like, we're better than them. You know what I'm saying? And I think that like they carried over to the crowd. And like Hypo talks about all the time, like, like there's different types of teams. Like, there's teams that hope, there's teams that believe, and there's teams that expect. And like last year, we were a team that expected to win. You know what I'm saying? And I think the fans felt that to the point where like they weren't being allowed to like try to give us being allowed to give us an edge, but like they knew that we had that swagger about us last year too. Because like Ole Miss, like, don't get me wrong, like we had every chance in the world to win that game. You know what I'm saying? Like,
we should
have won that game. And our fans were great. And, people give the bad wrath of like everything that happened at the end, man. But like, if you're not getting, like, it's passion. Like you can't be mad at passion.
Nah.
But no, that game was crazy. But like going into Bama, like, we're undefeated. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's been a long time. Like, for the first time since I've been here, and for the first time since I can remember, like, been old enough probably, like, fans were bringing cigars to the game. Like,
literally, bro.
Like, people would always talk like, oh, I got one just in case. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, like, they were like, we're like, I'm bringing the lighter and everything, bro. Like, it's getting lit tonight. Like,
yes.
So I would say Bama.
Oh man. Okay. And I figure you would say Bama because, like, bro, like beating Alabama, bro, what? Like, that game was great. I mean, I got a video that is hilarious of like I'm recording the kick from the stands. And as soon as he kicks it, I don't even know if it went in. Like, I really don't. From where I'm sitting, I'm in YY10, like row 3. That's where my season tickets are. So I can't see this on the other side of the field, bro. I'm like, before he even kicks it, bro, I turn it around and look at me, bro. And like my face was just like mud. Bro,
believe it or not, I don't know if Ollie's told you this or anything. Your video's up in the facility.
What?
They got like they have like highlight clips or whatever, like
Yeah,
on all the TVs throughout the facility.
yeah.
And I just peeped this the other day, which was crazy. But
Damn.
like one of them was like all the fan like reactions to it,
Yeah.
and I saw Ruck, and I was like, man, like I know that man, bro. Like I know him. And
That's
now, so yeah,
crazy.
I gotta next time I'll shoot you a video, bro.
That's wild, bro.
That's tough.
That's crazy. Yeah, bro. But I'm like from a fan, like from me sitting, bro, like that Ole Miss game was nutty, bro.
Nah, yeah.
Like, bro, as soon as Lane Kiffin stepped on the field, I don't think he didn't hear it the rest of the
No,
game.
right. It was wild. Like it was the loud. Well, I'm not, bro. Sleeper, man. 2019 Georgia, when Maurer was starting,
It was up.
it was, bruh. It was turned, bro.
It really was. Because I feel like that was the same game. He came in. Like one of the first couple plays was like a bomb to Quez down the sideline.
Yeah.
Touchdown. I was like, okay.
And it was like the first, like, of course, I grew up a Tennessee fan, so like I've seen it. Like I was there when we played Oklahoma. Like I was there when we played Oregon. I was there in the monsoon. We played LSU. Like I've been through it all. You know, it's like I knew what it could be, but as a player, the first time that I was like, this is Neyland Stadium. Like this is how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
And Ole Miss was like that too. And now it's every weekend, man. It don't matter who we're playing.
No matter.
It don't matter who we're playing, it's loud.
That's facts, bro.
I will say, man, that Alabama game, dude, I was drained. I felt like I was dry. I was so drained. I didn't have a voice. Like I just wanted to go home and hibernate. Like,
it was like, yeah, I was not trying to go home and hibernate. I'll tell you that much.
Bro, how long did it take you to get to the locker room?
I mean, so it's funny, like in the video y'all showed and like at the beginning of the show,
yeah,
like, after the kick, I put the wing on field goal.
Yeah, right? I knew you was on the field.
Yeah, so like you see me in the background, I like run towards the thing, and I'm like, I don't know what to do, bro. Like everything is so I turn and I run and I find my family.
Yeah.
And so I was down there by the locker room. So I just stood there, man. And we stood up like I don't think that was a 3:30 game. The game probably ended at what, like
it's like
8?
Yeah, it
7:38, right?
Yeah.
Man, I didn't leave the locker room till at least like 10:45. At least. Like
y'all was up, bro.
And then like after that, like we just be Bama, bro. Like it didn't matter, man. Like,
Yeah.
traffic, don't care. Let me sit in traffic. Like I'm okay.
Yep. Dang.
We tailgated before the game, and we tailgated after the game. That's
right? Yeah, it's like
it was crazy.
We went to the garage and we cooked burgers and hot dogs again.
Bro, it was
bro.
It was something else. Like that whole weekend. But like the one thing I knew that team was special when like Saturday, like of course we won. We like had fun. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Sunday we showed up in the facility because they always do like food trucks on Sunday for us. So we come in, like get treatment, get food trucks. We get to go back home. Like everybody was talking about it. And like Monday, it was like, all right, who's next?
Who's next? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like that's when I was like, there's like a different mindset. Like, nah, it was great. Don't get me wrong, but like we got business to handle. Like there's more. There's more than just that game.
It felt like that every game too, because I remember. I guess that was week 6, so it was UT Martin the next week,
right?
And I was like, all right, you know, it's easy to just be like, it's UT Martin,
right?
We came out and smacked them too, so it was just like, bro, it was like, dude, like this team different, man.
And our coaching staff, bro, like they could have sat there and been like, all right, like we'll worry about UT Martin on like Tuesday. Yeah. Like we came in on Monday and they were like, the film was broke down. We knew what we were running, and they're like, "This is what we're gonna do, and we're gonna put up 70." Like that's what we're supposed to do.
That's exactly right. So obviously, we talk about Bama, bro. Like, what other than that? And since you a Vol fan, this can be before you even got to the University of Tennessee. Like, what's your favorite Tennessee memory?
Oof. Before I got to Tennessee, it was Florida when we checkered Neyland and Jawan caught a touchdown pass down the sideline. Nah, I was at UGA too though.
The Hail Mary.
Hail Mary, yeah. So low key, probably that. Just because being from Georgia, like I was still in school, so on Monday I had to go back in, and all my friends were Georgia fans. So
Hot.
I was like, yeah, like like it was me and my mom, and like somehow we ended up right next to Georgia student section, bro. Like right next to Georgia student section.
Oh
And
my
when they
god.
scored, they were letting us have it. My mom's like, all right, let's leave. I'm like, nah, like we're gonna stay. And I was like, I don't even know how. What was that? 2015.
Yeah, 15.
So I was like, what, 14, 15 years old, right? And
Yeah.
I'm letting these college kids hear it, boy. I'm like, man, like, I don't know what y'all are talking about. Like, we just won, and it's dead silent in there.
Oh, I bet. I
But
bet.
yeah. And then at Tennessee, of course, Bama. But at LSU last year was a lot of fun too, man. It
Bro,
was
I bet y'all just heard all week. It's a scary place to play.
right,
And
yeah,
then we go in there, and I knew from the first drive, I was like, it's a wrap. When he
right,
fumbled the
yeah.
kickoff, I was like, it's over with.
And it was fun because, like, everybody's like, oh, like going to Baton Rouge, like you're going to Baton Rouge, and we were like, we embraced it. We were
Yeah.
like, man, like I can't wait. Like we were blasting Colin Baton Rouge the whole trip. Like,
Hey,
like
it didn't hurt that the Smokies came out that day too.
nah. And we knew, like we already knew what was going on. Like
Yeah.
we was like, yeah, we got to put like some swagger to these. Like we're
Yeah.
gonna win. Like we have to. And it wasn't even close. They didn't even
Nah.
want to play. They didn't want to play with us that day.
Ooh, they didn't want none of it.
Nope.
Nah. That thing was crazy.
Man, I ask this question to everybody, every player. Is there a better feeling than running through that tee the first time?
Okay. It's so crazy. I talk about this all the time with people. Like running through the tee is like so like unbelievable, right? But it's like you're so locked in at that point
Yeah.
that like it's over kind of quick.
Yeah.
Bro, my first Vol walk was when I was like, this is crazy. Like, the Vol walk is different, especially when it's deep.
Yeah.
Like Bama last year, like you got off the bus and it was you couldn't see any. There was no ground. Like people were just standing there, and I was like, like run through the tee, like your turn, but you're like, all right, like let's go get it.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that Vol walk when like you can actually interact. Like I see my family, like I see my girl, like it's a good like. All right, let's go. Like now we got that over with. Like we're turned, energy's good. Like let's go.
And it's dope because like the way y'all come up, like y'all elevate it, so you can literally see.
Right, we're looking down. Yeah,
like you can see everything. So it's like, oh, bro,
and
like,
you get to
this
see
is crazy.
the best stadium in college football. Like it's just staring at you, just
staring, bro.
Like,
Yeah,
in a few hours, like that place is gonna be so loud and so full that like it's gonna be.
I don't know if you saw this, but probably had the offensive lineman from Georgia. They had a podcast. They were sitting there, and he was like, "I'm no offense, but like Neyland Stadium is the best stadium in the SEC."
So that's me and Tate. That's my dog for sure. Like, my roommate, my freshman year was from Rome, Georgia, which is where Tate's from. And then like, small world, but a friend of a friend. That eventually it all leads back to Jared Garantano, believe it or not, how I know Tate. But it's he's a good dude, man. But I gave him, I was like, okay, like I see it. But he grew up a Tennessee fan too.
See, so, that's what I'm saying, bro. People, everybody low key like Tennessee. They just act like
it's no disrespect. Like, man, like Sanford was rocking last year. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm sure it was.
Give them their props, but like. It's not such a Neyland. Like,
nah,
it's such a Neyland.
Nah. So obviously, like, I mean, we talk a lot about last year, like 11-2. I mean, we get to the Orange Bowl, made Clemson look like I don't even know.
Right.
And we finished 11-2. Like from the beginning of the year to the end. Did it play out? Did it see fit the way y'all thought the whole time? Or was y'all actually like a little surprised? Like, yo, this is low key kind of crazy.
It was exciting for sure. Just from like my first game in Tennessee, we played Georgia State, and y'all know what happened.
Man.
That's my first game in Tennessee.
Oh,
so,
man.
Like just going from that to when Hyper first got there, like we were good. You know what I'm saying? Like we were good, but like even going into, I wouldn't say we were surprised because like going into the season, we knew we had what we needed to be good. Like we knew we were good enough to win right then. Like it's no longer a rebuild. Like we got our pieces, we got our coaches. Like let's go win. Um, so of course we were ecstatic. Like 11-2 is great. And we celebrated our accomplishments. But we were also like we got bigger aspirations. like we need to get to Atlanta. And if you get to Atlanta and you win that game in Atlanta, everything else plays itself out.
You
Like,
already know it.
you know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
we're trophy hunting, man. So, it was great. It was a lot of fun. Like, unbelievable season, unbelievable group of guys. But, like, we got more in us. Like,
Yeah, facts.
Hey, I'm going to just say this. I ain't even got to say nothing, but all I'm going to say is a date. November 18th. I want
yeah,
them at home so bad. I'm like, okay.
yeah,
All
yeah.
this I do. I got friends that's Georgia fans at my church, and all I'm hearing is I'm like, okay. Y'all don't understand. Like, y'all really don't understand. Like, y'all gotta come to the crib with a team that got better. That's what people
Right,
don't understand. Like, you
man.
you gotta come to the crib to a team that has gotten better than
Right.
what we did last. Like, I'm just telling you,
Nah,
bro.
it's funny. Like, I've been in the airport. Like, I've been traveling the past few weeks, right?
Yeah.
People see your bag and they'll be like, "Oh, you play at Tennessee?" I'm like, "Yeah," and they're like, "So, last year was great. Like, do you think you guys can do it again this year?" And I'm like, "Man, like, we have a chance to be better. Like we have a chance to be
Yes.
better this year. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. Like we went from one baller at quarterback in 5 to another baller at 7, and it's like, man, like, everybody's like, "Oh well, y'all lost y'all's quarterback." Okay, watch who's playing quarterback for us now. like what? Okay, just watch. So yeah, a lot of pieces, man. Like I think the one part that is so underrated, doesn't get talked about enough, is our running back room. Like,
Cool.
man, guys, bro. Like it, 3 of them have proven in the SEC that they're guys.
Yep.
And
Yes.
there's some that haven't even stepped on a football field yet that I'm gonna tell you are gonna be guys. Like they're gonna be great. Like it's unbelievable, man. Like our running back room, like they make it easy to block for them because they make you right. Like they make
Yeah.
you right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, kind of building off that, man. You kind of talked about it, but like, what y'all's goal as a team during 2023 as a
Right.
team, and then for what's your goal personally in 2023?
Right. As a team, like we always talk about like championship mindset. Like
Yeah.
it's huge. Like and it's not like I said, it all starts in if we win the East, right, we give ourselves a chance to do everything we want to do after that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We don't go in there like, oh, we're going to win the national championship. Like, okay, that'll come, but like if you win the East, you give yourself every chance you got to do anything you want. So I would say that's our goal is be SEC champions, right?
Mm-hmm.
And me personally, just like find a way to impact people, man. Like that's super important to me. Like whether it be, um, on the field, impacting somebody, making a difference, or whether it's off the field, like taking a young guy under my wing. Like I know I'm super knowledgeable and like I told you, like, I put pride in academics. Like that goes to football too. Like the X's and O's, like I could talk X's and O's with you all day. Like this playbook, I know it like the back of my hand.
Yeah.
So like taking a young guy where like I see the talent that they have and like, man, like you can be great. Like let me coach you. Like let me work with you. You know what I'm saying? And like our coaches are amazing and they're gonna coach you. But like if I can see it a different way that is better to you, like I'll talk to you about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like people are like, oh man, like you're coaching up people behind you to take your spot. Like, man, like I'm coaching the next generation, like the next few years of national champions. Like, I want those guys to be successful. Like, and I'm net like me personally, like I'm never gonna shy away from no competition.
Right.
So like I can teach you everything that I want, but like you still gonna have to like outdog me.
Yeah, fact.
I'm gonna go for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But like, yeah, just impacting people like me and Coop. People talk about it all the time. They're like, oh man, like, do y'all like get along? Like, bro, what? Yes, like that's my like. I'm literally I'm like on the sidelines. I want to be his eyes on the sidelines. Like when he comes off the field, I'm like, hey, like this is what I see. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And he trusts me enough to he's like, okay, word, like I see that. You know what I'm saying? And when when the game is when I get my chance to go in, like a lot of the starters are like, oh, like I'm gonna go sit on the bench. Like when I come off the field, that man's right there. He's like, hey, like this is what I saw. Like this is what I saw on your set. This is what I saw on the defense. So like it's reciprocated, and it's it's a lot of love there. So
That's awesome.
That's dope. That's so dope, man. Well, bro, we can't end the show without gas or trash,
I've been looking
Brody.
forward to this one, bro.
So this is a segment we always do, and this one is kind of the same, but a little bit different in the sense of we're gonna ask 3 gas or trash questions, and then we're gonna kind of have like this or that. Like, hey, all right, would you prefer this or would you prefer that? So
cool.
all right. So let's start with number 1. Gas or trash? We're gonna start with this. Gas or trash? You from Georgia. You're not too far from Atlanta. The varsity.
Gas. Hold on. Hold on. Look, it's right there.
Hey!
Look, gas. People always say, it's touristy food, and look, it might be, but man, that frozen orange, my gas for sure.
Hey, boy, you gonna get you a glizzy, boy.
Yeah, I ain't ashamed of it either, man.
Hey, for real, man. Oh man. Okay. Gas or trash? Now, this is I love this one. I ask this one, everybody. The cookout on the strip, though.
The food?
Yes.
Gas.
Service? Trash.
It's trash. Bro, like I swear, every time I want cookout, the line be stupid long, bro. Stupid long. And like on a Tuesday night, like not even like I get it, like Friday, Saturday night. I'm like, all right, man, like, I'm gonna catch cookout when it's not that busy. Line be around the corner. Like nobody wants cookout at noon.
No.
Like,
No.
So, yeah.
I'm with you.
Crazy. That's 100%. Crazy. Okay, gas or trash? Noon games.
Gas.
Like the noon game? Okay, expound.
Well, it depends who we're playing. It depends who we're playing. And we just had this conversation like yesterday, literally in the meeting room. Like, if we're playing like Bama, Florida, Georgia, Kentucky, trash. Don't want to play them at noon.
Yeah.
Anybody else on that schedule? Gas. Gas. Because look, if we're playing at noon, that means there's a crazy game that night.
Yeah.
And see, me, like, I love to watch ball. So we go in and handle our business, and we could chill with all the boys and watch Bama LSU, watch Georgia Florida. You know what I'm saying? Like you can even catch like probably like the second quarter on of a 3:30 game. Like you got the rest of the day.
It's facts.
But like homecoming at night, trash.
Oh, that is. I will say that's trash.
Got to be at noon.
It's like get in, get out.
Right.
We're gonna win by 50.
Right.
We'll see y'all next week when we play Kentucky. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh man. Okay. Now this is kind of like this or that. Okay. The Smoky Grays or the Blacks.
The Blacks. The Blacks. Yeah.
Like
with the black helmet. For sure.
Hey, no cap though. The white helmet with the
went stupid.
That was crazy.
No, it went stupid. Yeah, for sure.
Like,
but it's got to be the right. Like, Kentucky was the perfect time to wear it. You know what I'm saying?
Halloween,
right? Like, so, and I don't know, just personally, like, this is the old lineman in me, but I feel skinny in the black jersey. so I kind of like them, like the gray. Look, and we went to LSU, we wore the grays, right?
Yeah.
So I'm number 65, but I was like our emergency tight end, and like I was eligible on field goal, so I had to wear 85 too. So I'm wearing 85 over 65, and it's like 400 degrees down there. So I'm like, bro, I'm stupid sweaty, like stupid sweaty.
Yeah,
So I
that's
don't know.
crazy.
Those blacks, I think it's just because I grew up never like. I guess I saw them when they brought out the Russells that one time on Halloween against South Carolina.
Yeah,
I think, but
I
like
was in there. Yeah, that was the
black
weirdest,
on black is like something that I had never seen out of Tennessee. So
bro. Like you hear all the recruits and like they all trying on the jerseys, and everybody's like, bro, that black is just like,
yeah, it's like it's a little flair, like a little it's swag, like it's swag.
yeah. I when we had that boy Tank on the show, he was like, man, and I didn't know that like y'all pick y'all's jerseys for every game.
Most def.
Like that's different. First of all,
Yeah.
like that don't happen. So he was like, "Oh, he's like, we got some combos this year," and I'm like,
I'm glad John. I'm glad I ain't say that. I'm glad you said that. But just wait. Just wait. Oh man.
"Boy," he said, "We got some combos." I'm like, "Oh,
I
bro."
wasn't gonna say it because I wasn't gonna be the first one to say it. But if Tank said it, look, that's my leader, yes sir. So just know that.
Oh, bro. So okay, let me. And now, you obviously you can't really answer this probably, but maybe you can. Like, have y'all seen the new Smoky Grays yet?
No,
So y'all ain't even seen them.
nah. But we talking bigger than that, my boy. Bigger than the new Smoky Grays for sure.
Oh man, I don't even know.
And like hype's letting us bring our swag back. Like we wore white cleats last year.
Yeah.
Like we're back to the orange and whites. Like we got some swag. Like he's letting us wear the sleeves. We didn't get to wear any of that. Like we didn't get to wear any of that. Like when he brought out orange tights for a game, we were like, oh my gosh. Like we get to wear orange tights, like tights in general, but orange.
So when y'all pick y'all's combos, like does it even go down to the accessories? Like you like, all right, hey, we're gonna wear all white, but like make your accessories orange.
Yeah. The only thing we don't get to choose is gloves.
Okay.
For the reason that if we're wearing white, and you'll probably notice this, and everybody's like, I didn't even realize it till like last year. We wear black gloves for this because the other team's wearing a dark colored jersey. And if we wear white and we hold a little bit or tug a little bit, it's more easily noticeable than if we're wearing black and we're wearing a dark color too.
I did notice that. I noticed it specifically in the Pittsburgh game.
Right. We're wearing all white, like
and
white
Brew
black
House
gloves.
Black gloves. I was like, what is he doing?
But they're wearing that blue.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Ooh, so we heard it here first. The drip. It's gonna be drippy. It's a drippy 23,
and
buddy.
That's one like hype. Like he opens it up, man. Like wearing baby blue last year, accessories hard.
That was tough.
That's not even a gas or trash question. Gas.
That was
gas.
That thing was crazy.
I wish we could like do a little something with baby blue in our uniforms. I wish.
Swear.
Look, they'll get it as soon as I get out of here. They'll get something like that.
They gonna get something crazy.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, bro. Last one. This or that. Oh man, the orange helmet.
Okay.
Or the traditional white helmet.
Traditional white.
It's just the traditional. It's just at home.
At the end of the day, like of course we got swagger, but like everybody knows that white helmet with the orange power tee. Like,
yeah,
that's Tennessee. That's the brand. Like, and those orange helmets are crazy hard,
bro.
Crazy hard, and like everybody's like, oh, we'll never wear them again. Nah,
we will.
We wear them for sure. But nah, nothing beats that. Like a good I'm glad that we wore orange and white against Bama. Like I'm glad we went.
Yeah,
like, that's the brand, bro.
We talked about that. We was like, we literally was like, a lot of people was like, oh, it's an orange out against Alabama. I'm like, we're gonna wear traditionals. I promise you. Like the fans can do what they want to do, but I'm telling you, we're gonna wear traditionals. They're like checker kneeling. Oh, we're gonna see. I'm like, we gonna wear traditionals, bro. I promise. Because that stuff don't matter. Like when it come down to Florida and Alabama, it's tradition on tradition. Like we coming for just that. It ain't about being cute. You know what I'm saying? We ready to come and hit your head. You know what I'm talking about?
For sure.
Man, Park, bro. Hey, I told y'all this was gonna be a banger, man. Thank you so much for pulling up
sure.
on us,
For
man.
sure.
Like, can't be the last time. Can't be the
Nah,
last time,
definitely
man.
not. Definitely
We'll
not.
have
We'll
to.
have to hop in there with somebody else too.
Yeah,
I
speaking
saw
of,
you. I saw your reel. We'll get Jay War on here
I
too.
done told Jay. I'm like,
Hey,
bro, Jay, what? Pull up on us, bro.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm like, bro, Knoxville to Knoxville. Like, you live here. Pull up on
Real
us,
one.
bro.
Like gotta have it. Gotta have it.
But yeah, man, thank you, man, so much for pulling up on us. Man, we appreciate you. We are praying for you, man. Hope this year, man, that y'all exceed everything you want, but you personally as well, man. You exceed all expectations. You go out there, you do your thing, and just know that the boys from straight up Tennessee rooting you on, bro, through and through. So
I appreciate that. Thanks for having me.
for sure, bro. Thank you, man.
yes,
Hey,
sir.
y'all already know, man. I told you it was a banger, man, with Parker Ball. Listen, y'all, we will be back in the next week. So can't wait, man. This has been crazy. The channel going stupid. Thank y'all for your love, your support. Turn, you got anything you want to say before we pop off this thing?
Bro, I feel like a little kid right now. You know what I mean?
Why you feel like a little kid?
Yes, bro. I mean, I'm 30 years old, and
30.
I'm talking to a college football player, bro. I mean, that's like a dream, bro. I mean, it's a dream.
They got life. They got a lot of life, and we heard a lot about it. So, man, it was dope show today. Dope show today. So, man, y'all keep tapping in with us, man. We on our way. We still climbing, still grinding. Look, I'm telling y'all, a lot is coming down the pike. Merch is on the way. New memberships is on the way. Tailgate live shows on the way, y'all. We are so close to Tennessee football. Saturdays are about to be a lot more normal in a few weeks, man. We love y'all so much. It's your boy Ruck. For my dog Turner, y'all already know what it is. It's straight up Tennessee, baby. We'll see you back next week.